Good day. My name is Christine Miller, and I will be doing a presentation today on the ban on polystyrene in Jamaica, which is based on a market research proposal which is being presented to the private sector organization of Jamaica. On our agenda for today, we see that we will be looking on the problem that exists, the data sources that we'll be using, the sampling strategy and size, primary data collection and analysis, the estimated timeline and cost. We'll be also looking at all the considerations that we have to take for this proposal, and then we'll take any questions. What is the problem that we are dealing with right now? Polystyrene is used in the production of food and drink containers around the world. However, it is harmful to the environment as well as it has possible carcinogenic impacts on humans. As a result of this, the government of Jamaica has banned the use of these products as at January 1st, 2020. Who are our clients? The Private Sector Organization of Jamaica, the PSOJ, is a national organization of private sector associations, companies, and individuals working together to promote a competitive and productive private sector. What is the purpose of this market research proposal to them? It is so that we can evaluate the changes that need to be made to the packaging and any further changes in processes that might have to be undertaken by its members. After which, they will leave the organization of the companies in reviewing and developing mutually beneficial solutions based on the results of this research. What data sources will we be using? We'll be looking on our first mover, Bangladesh, which is a developing country in South Asia, who were the first to implement this ban in 2002. They will have a wealth of knowledge which can be used to assist in this research. The World Health Organization, the WHO, have done many research projects in looking at the carcinogenic impacts of polystyrene on the body. The National Environment and Planning Agency is a Jamaican agency which focuses on the environment, so they will be very important in looking at what environmental impacts polystyrene has been having on our marine life and coastal areas. The National Solid Waste Management Agency will also give us information on the environmental impact polystyrene has been having. They will look more on what it has done to our gullies and the general waste management around the island. The Ministry of Health in Jamaica will also assist in giving us information on the health impacts on the population. Island Grill is the first company in Jamaica to make the change. They are a fast food company and they have changed their packaging from polystyrene and are now using environmentally friendly products. The sampling strategy and size. We'll be using the sampling distribution of the means with the formula as is seen on the slide. The standard error that will be used is at 95%. The standard deviation will have to be determined based on the discussions with the client to determine a reasonable estimate. Given that it is a standard normal distribution, the value of the accepted level of confidence will also have to be determined by the researchers when the research is being conducted. The primary data collection and analysis will involve validation and editing of the information, the coding of the surveys before it is disseminated, as well as any coding that may need to be done after the research is conducted on any open-ended questions, and also the individual depth interviews. Data entry will then have to be done, which will be done by a team at the company, which will involve putting all the information on the system once all the surveys have been collected. There's a logical cleaning of data which will take place, and this involves ensuring that the information is accurate and is ready for analysis. Calculation and statistical analysis will involve our researchers doing all the using the SPSS software. They will then look on the results that is generated and give their analysis based on these results. Secondary data analysis will also be conducted, where we'll be looking on all the sources that were named previously and gathering all the information that we can and pulling the real information that can be used to assist us with coming to a conclusion. The estimated timeline for these activities move from the determination of the sample size, which will take a week, design and approval of survey instruments, we foresee a week, conducting the surveys across the island will take about 3 weeks, and this will be done concurrently with the individual depth interviews, which will take around the same time. The data collection, which will include any data cleaning and testing that needs to be conducted, will take us a week, as well as the analysis of the results. The secondary data sources, which is to conduct research on all those secondary sources, will take approximately 3 weeks as well. Finally, we'll have to prepare the report on findings and make recommendations. This will take us about 2 weeks. So, with some of these activities running concurrently, it will take approximately 9 weeks to complete this research. The cost of this is highlighted here, where we see that in Jamaican dollars, it will take approximately $4.6 million, which is about 33.9 thousand US dollars. Ethical considerations has to be taken into account. A high level of ethics will have to be maintained. Therefore, researchers will have to ensure that surveys are conducted with the target audience. Questions are not skewed to show researchers' bias. The report must be based on the results of the research, and their view on the topic should not be evident. Confidentiality is very important, as when surveys are conducted, the respondents expect that their responses will be kept confidential. The cost must be a true reflection of the actual cost of the project. And of course, if there are overruns, these will have to be approved by the PSOJ before the cost is included. Further considerations. Based on the experience of the researchers on the team, we believe that this is an accurate reflection of the needs of the PSOJ and the associated costs of this project. When this research is concluded, it will provide you with information that can be used to guide your members through this period of transition away from polystyrene products. What are the important takeaways from this presentation? The ban will be implemented in January 2020. Companies must determine alternative packaging options prior to that. The research needs to be undertaken to review all the options. Surveys, IDIs, and secondary data sources are all to be analyzed. The research will be conducted in a 9-week timeframe. The cost of the project is 4.6 million Jamaican dollars, or 33.9 thousand US dollars. And of course, a high level of ethical standard is to be maintained throughout the project. Thank you for listening to this presentation today, and now I will take any questions.